Hi, my name is Shannon, and I will be sharing with you the symbolic convergence theory. This theory was created by Ernest Borman, a social psychologist, and states that sharing group fantasies creates symbolic convergence, which is a closeness that's developed amongst group members. I believe that I experienced this symbolic convergence in my professional life one day when discussing with coworkers about winning the lottery as a team. One day, our team was at lunch, and someone made mention of everyone chipping in to purchase tickets for the lottery, seeing as it was over $4 million. And this idea was well received, and we all discussed how many tickets we would get, how much money we would put towards the tickets, what numbers to choose, and then we just started to talk about what we would do with the money if we were to win. And one woman mentioned she would like to pay her bills. Another woman said, "Man, forget the bills. I just want to quit my job and travel." And I just thought, wouldn't it be funny if we all quit? Well, once I said that, it just began a whirlwind of discussion because then it went from, well, yeah, what if we do win? Do we all quit at once? Or do we quit, strategically? Like one person quits and then 2 weeks later another person quits? And if we decide to do that, who quits first? The person who worked there the longest? Or do we rock, paper, scissors to decide who quits first? And we just end up having a good time just talking about um, what we would do if we won the lottery. Of course, we didn't win the lottery, and that became known as the lottery upset of 2017. And my inference here is that we were able to develop a camaraderie due to this collective sharing of this fantasy of winning the lottery. Because we were able to share with each other our dreams, our hopes, our desires, it allowed for our team to become closer. Now, related to my personal life, I believe I experienced symbolic convergence in 2011 when I participated in a figure competition. For those who don't know, figure is about a level or two below bodybuilding. And so, as I prepared for this competition, I was on a diet that consisted of me of eating the same 6 meals every day for 20 weeks. And so, needless to say, as I was on this diet, I started to imagine other foods that I would eat after competition, including a peanut butter jelly sandwich, which I haven't even eaten since like I was 10. Anyway, the competition day arrives, and I'm backstage that morning with other women, and we're waiting to go on stage. While waiting back there were women trying to get that last bulk with their resistance bands, and there were other women working on their suits and other women putting on makeup. And finally, the time came for us to get out on stage, and we'll walk out there with smiles on our faces as these bright lights blind us, and we stand and pose and hold our cores tight as we're being judged. At the end of the judging round, we go backstage and start to discuss how we felt we did on stage. And we encourage each other because we understand and know the struggles that each one has been through regarding diets and personal trainers and the money that it took to get to that point in time. Um, by the end of all of that, we were able to wish each other luck, and we just look forward to seeing each other later that evening for the award ceremony. Well, that evening arrives, and because the preliminary judging had already taken place, we weren't as nervous. So we were able to sit backstage and talk a little more as we waited to go on stage. And while back there, I just made mention of getting a cheeseburger after the competition. And man, that just seemed to set off like a domino effect because the next thing you know, other women were talking about what they plan on eating after the competition. We had women who wanted barbecue, tacos, cheeseburgers, pizza, sushi, you name it, somebody wanted it. I mean, women who were walking by would hear our conversation, they got in on it, and just that whole day, I was able to bond with these women just over this competition. And I infer that we were able to have this bonding because, like I said earlier, we knew each other's struggles with the diet and the personal trainers and the money that it took to get to that point. And then also, we were able to share in that fantasy of what we would have after the meal and just what that did for us. And we were able to know each other's joy in being able to eat a different type of food after the competition. And so I believe we were able to fulfill Borman's theory as well as the theory of food brings people together. And so in conclusion, I'm excited to know about this process and what it is that takes place. And I look forward to finding out why the convergence doesn't take place. I think this will make me more observant in the conversations that I'm involved in. And now that you know about symbolic convergence theory, let's see if you notice when the convergence takes place. See if you notice in conversations that you're in when it doesn't take place, and try to figure out why it happens and why it doesn't happen. And if ever you're in a conversation and you notice it's taking place, don't shy away from it, but actually take part in it and share your ideas and your narrative and let the people experience you. And whether it's whatever side it is of you, your witty side, your funny side, your shy side, your academic side, share that so that with all of that sharing, your group can become closer. So, with that being said, go out there and converge. Thank you.